Um, if you all have heard of that statement, early to bed, early to rise makes a young man, woman wealthy and wise. Okay, so I try to keep that in the front of my mind often because when you're getting enough sleep, you're bringing more clarity to your day. And when you're getting up early, you're adding more time to your day. I know lately for me, the last couple of nights, I've been being distracted. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be transparent. Been being distracted by social media. So I don't know if everybody's like me, but TikTok will get me sometimes. TikTok is entertaining, but it can be very consuming. So I've been staying up the last couple of nights, like pretty late, and so as a result, I was getting up later. My goal is to get up 5 a.m. every day, and I think I only was able to do that once or twice this week, and that's because I'm not getting to bed early enough. So prep yourself before your successful day. Give yourself a cutoff time for when you will, stop engaging with people, when you will cut off social media, and when you will actually give time to you before you enter your dream world. Um, so when you get up early, you are already winning. I so I've heard all the millionaires get up at 5 a.m. So in those early morning hours. So if you are looking to create more wealth for yourself, definitely develop a plan for you to get up earlier. All right. Um, so now, when you are up early, now it's time for you to set the mood for today. Set the mood for today. How many of you all, the first thing you do when you open your eyes is that you get on your cell phone and you check out social media? I used to be that person. Every now and again, it may slip in there, but for the most part, I do not engage with my phone. The only time I kind of really engage with my phone is to cut off my alarms and to if I like have any like missed calls or anything that seems to need to be returned immediately or a text or whatever. But even that, I try to limit. So try your best to eliminate the phone first thing in the morning. Um, and what I often do is I give thanks for the new day, me coming into awareness that I am blessed to be here another day. So I give thanks and gratitude. I also I typically have water next to my bed so that immediately when I'm waking up, I'm filling my body up with water so that I am getting the juices back flowing again. Because when you're flushing your system out as soon as you wake up, because if you think about it, you're sleeping for all those hours. Your body is basically in like repair mode. So as you come out of that repair state, you want to revitalize your system. So I tend to have a glass of water and at least try to drink like 2 glasses of water as soon as I wake up. And also, what I found is that that's helped me to release and have healthy bowel movements, and when I first wake up as well. So maybe try to implement that. And also during this time, I'm going into prayer and meditation. I'm journaling. I'm reading a book because um, when you're in this relaxed state, when you're first waking up, especially if it's really early in the morning, your subconscious is more open to receiving. So I like to read books and to absorb that information better. Because for me, reading has been a challenge for me for many years, and I'm just now starting to develop a relationship with reading more. So I definitely like to implement that within these first few hours of my day. And I'm single, and I, don't really engage with people. So I know it may be different for everybody, but I typically also don't have my phone on. I have my phone on silent mode anyway when I'm sleeping, and then when I wake up, I just try not to engage my phone because I don't want to invite other people's energies into me creating my successful day. So I typically don't start engaging with other people if I can help it. Like if I have like visitors like in town, like I'll probably say a few words here and there, but then I'll let them know like, hey, I'm about to go into my meditative space or whatever, and just to let them know what's going on so I don't be interrupted. But I even then I still try to make sure I spend at least something some time onto myself, even if it's only for 15 minutes. And whatever time frame it may look like for you, but sometimes this whole, oh, okay, well, let me finish. So after the gratitude, the reading, the prayer, meditation, I typically go into uh, taking a shower, listening to something inspirational. I will work out, and then I will also eat. Sometimes I alternate between eating first and then working out. And then after I got all of that complete, I typically go into um, my day, and that's when I may start engaging with people. And then, oh, let me go back. So the success list. Remember, the goal is create your success list the night before, so that way you already know what your day is going to be set like. What do you need to accomplish for today? So even after I'm done with all of my journaling and prayer and meditation, I also look at my success list and see what it is that I want to tackle first. Typically, I like to go over things that are the easiest. What will take me the quickest to do? So if I have to send somebody email, I would probably do that first. I'll also separate my success list into two categories. So I have a personal side and then I have a business side. So on my personal side, I'm doing all things that's unrelated to my business, whether it be me having to call someone, text someone because I forget sometimes, whether it be me I drive for Uber sometimes, driving for Uber, um, what paying bills, whatever is personal stays on that personal side, and then business I um, set my goals that I want to accomplish for my business. Um, and if it's a pretty tight day, I just try to set a minimum of time. So let's say I have I'm also a government contractor. So let's say I want to be researching, doing market research on some government contracts that's currently open. I may not do it for a full hour, but let's say if I do 15 minutes of it or 30 minutes of it, I still label that as a success. Especially if it's been something that's been reoccurring on my list that I haven't gotten to. That's what I typically do. I typically carry it over to the next day until I accomplish it to the amount of time that I wanted to dedicate to that activity. Um, and so I just write out a variety of things for both the personal and business. There's no set number, um, but the way that I determine if I've been successful is if I've accomplished at least three things on my list, then I have been successful. Because I know when I first began this process, I would really beat myself up because I just wanted to get everything done, and sometimes that's impossible to get everything done on your list depending on what it is. So I had to change it up. I had to change my perspective and say, well, Lauren, if you got three things out of six things done, that's pretty successful. And I just personally love, it's something about writing and checking off the box that really makes me feel like I've been successful. So I would highly recommend doing that, creating your success list for the day, and also just celebrating your small wins. Again, there's taking small steps to get towards the big goal of whatever that may be. So each time you're dedicating, if it's 15 minutes to this activity, then you're getting to that bigger goal that you may have. So just really celebrate your small wins, and really setting the intentions that you can have a successful day, really applying yourself. And I believe that, yeah, that will be it. So I, again, just really take the time and be gentle with yourself, and set expectations, but also don't beat yourself up if you don't meet those expectations.